Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back, week 17. We're going to be starting the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. Last episode we got our practice in, which helped increase our familiarity with the course and therefore resulted in some of those bonuses you see across the bottom. A good portion of them, the +2 to rhythm, +2 to power, +2 to contact, are from interviews and things we had at the end of the last event. So continuing to try to move along. We did not win the last event. We ended up 6th, if I remember correctly. So the field's definitely competitive with where I'm at here. Definitely not a walk in the park. Field size has grown from 80 to 132 because this is not an invitational. Let's jump in. All right, so we have low wind, normal fairways, normal greens. Green speed is moderate. All right, so we had picked our rival through an interview at the end of the last event. Rose Zhang had challenged us, and we had said, sure, let's get it on. So here we are with her there. Obviously, we'll be teeing off together. You know, the one I'm most concerned about, although Will Zalatoris did win the last event, he is up there as well in second place, tied in a four-way tie. But Xander Schauffele is second overall for the year, so obviously that's the one I'm right now paying the most attention to, because obviously I'd like to stay in the spot I'm in, because that will come with some potential achievements and things like that. So, beautiful day. Light crowd. Might always be the same kind of crowd, but it's Thursday, so people are like, yeah, who knows how this field's going to shake out. Not every, some people can't take time off, can't come in, so kind of got some of the diehards out on the course. So you may be joining and wondering, like, why is there a career round? Why isn't there TGC? There's a week break here. It looks like they did not give us a September 21st event. Assume they're getting some stuff ready, whatever. There's a September 28th event that if it's not a entire field qualifying event, it'll be the first event of the season, I'm assuming. It doesn't really say. It simply gives us the name of the event and the course, and it does not indicate anything beyond that. All right, so we're going to go right over there. Been focusing pretty heavily on course management, is what the term would be, where it's like just trying to make intelligent choices for what I have. It's been doing well. So downhill a bit, so I don't want to overdo it. But it is moderate, so I don't want to underdo it. Boy, oh boy. Might be too hard, but we'll see. We're heading toward the hole, but no. It's a good attempt, good attempt. I do tend to have those, thank goodness. I'm not, like, ridiculously off all the time. Definitely honed in the putting game that way. Obviously, the better values helps. It's always good, too, when my rival has some challenges. And I do not. But yeah, looking forward to it. As I said, I've been doing some society events to try to earn some BC, because the goal still is, when we finish this Clubhouse Pass Season 3 and go into Season 4, that I can go ahead and tier skip the same way I did this time, because I do enjoy that. I've found that that is definitely worthwhile. It does require playing some things, so there's some societies that have had some rounds available. I'll have some available today and so forth. I don't know that I'll be able to hit it every day, but I will certainly be giving it a try. Let's try to do that. As far as the as far as the choked approach. Alright, it's circling back with the open. We should be on... Ooh, maybe not. We're kind of on the green, but I think we're going to roll off. So I might... Oh no, we didn't roll off. Wow. I don't like this, though. Because it won't... Is it going to let me do... Oh boy, it'll only let me chip, huh? So... 14 yards is what? 52 feet. So I definitely want to be more gentle here. Yeah, I can't really putt over the fringe, so... Alright. Hopefully not too far. Alright, not bad. It might be a bit tricky to get this to fall. Oh, come on! How did that not break? Wow. Oh, sure, now... Wow. Oh, that is irritation extraordinaire. Alright. So that is not what I wanted in any way, shape, or form. So yes, I'm playing on pro difficulty because, you know, the target here is more achievements than practice for anything else. But the one question folks have asked is like, well, why aren't you using it as practice? And part of the reason is, again, I'm going for being able to make some achievements. I'm still trying to keep it competitive. Obviously, again, I ended up 6th last time. So it's... Oh, wow. Now this is just... It's not bad play. It's just... It's really getting at me. Alright, well, now we're tied with Miss Rose. Alright. Well, we're going to finish 5 holes with Adidas equipped, obviously. But the other result is several of the societies I'm playing in are TGC Tours settings. So I have practice at the TGC difficulty, basically. We're only going to lose about 2 yards, but 8%, that's bad. Okay, it's not that bad. Wow. I sped that up because I was worried I was going to end up like in the bunker or something. Oh, you are unbelievable. How am I ending up with a pull? I mean, I know that could potentially be part of it. Oh my goodness, I almost went the other way. Alright, well, Rose is struggling, so I'll be happy with that, but I'm not going to be really participating in a good spot in the field. But yeah, so with the difficulty of master difficulty, I've been hitting a good amount of rounds ending up under par. So I do think it's working out decently. You know what? No, we'll go back where we... Whoops. We'll go back where we were. Right, rhythm was perfect. That's the biggest thing. It might be too far right. No, it ended up on the green. Interesting kind of roll. It looks like it's downhill to the hole, but it's not making that turn. So, really odd, honestly. Man, it's still rolled. But we did get a bird. Alright, so I'm going to get Adidas, and I'm going to get... because I should, at this point, complete the Adidas thing. Oh, 5 or better with Adidas equipped. Okay, never mind. So this was my first practice hole. So I've had a view of this. power's down a bit. But we still exceeded 300 yards, so that's good. If I go down there, let's see. Whoops. So if I go choked approach, that might be better. Oh boy. Wow. Way low in power. So we're not going to be anywhere near the green there. Alright, we're going to try to get this close. So yes, I'm focused on my play right now. Haven't forgotten I've been chatting, but right now I'm putting a mental focus where it needs to be. Come on! Unbelievable. And yes, I was worried about that change in direction over there. Wow. Thank goodness. Alright. Alright, well, it was made putts, and we're doing okay, but wow. So we're 2 over. But yeah, I believe I've improved. Likely everyone else has improved. So is my improvement, that's the word I'm looking for, going to translate into getting a tour card quickly? I don't know. That remains to be seen. Alright, rhythm was better. It's a little further over to the right again. I don't know, again, why it's not changing the camera angle until really late, but it makes the call for some reason. Alright, well, it was on target, but not quite far enough. Again, it didn't even change the camera for that, but man, Matt Schmid and Will Zalatoris, man, 2 events in a row. Like, Will is just on fire right now. He's on a hot streak, that's all we can really say. Alright, we stayed clear, so that is always helpful. Alright, we're gonna pitch, we're gonna go up. I'm gonna go with the pitch. Alright, perfect, 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 perfect! Ugh, got a little bit of a bounce that we'd rather not have. I mean, a moderate shouldn't roll too far, but again, if we're on a hill, it's hard for it to stop, man. It's gonna go to the left for about the first third, and then come back the other way. So it's almost like I should go there a little bit. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Come on. Yeah. All right. So reads, good reads of the green are always good. Wow. This is awful. The smart move is this. I can't go straight for the hole. Oh boy. Well, we're kind of going for the hole anyway. The rhythm was good. Oh, we hit the wood. Darn it. You are kidding me. Alright, well, that's the only place it's gonna let me drop. Oh, that's... I don't know. I mean, I wasn't going for that. I was going for a safer shot, but I didn't do well. So, we're probably at best a bogey here. I mean, we know we're not in now, so... Ooh. Man, what a dirty scorecard. Things all over the place. 31st. I mean, again, I'm okay for the cut, I think. Like, that hasn't been a problem in quite some time, which is great. I obviously want to play the entire weekend every time. Alright, we want to get close. Let's see. I pitch 50, 55, 60, 62. I don't know. I think there's going to be a good roll there. So I'm going to try this. Yeah, see, we get a nice... I mean, we rolled more than the 18 yards. We're above the hole. Well, now it may come back from the hill, but... Like, I had the distance where it would have been more challenging with the partial approach shot. So I didn't like that part of it. Oh, not coming back. Wow. And the problem is this then is a downhill on the other side. I don't know, it's relatively straight. Alright. Those are difficult. So yeah, so I've... You know, it's a long way, many hole discussion of why I'm playing on pro here. And just, you know, changing the difficulty of my participants if I suddenly start constantly outslugging them. But finishing 6th in the last tournament and 5 or 6 strokes behind the leader, I would not say is outslugging them. So, alright. Wind's gonna blow me back. Oh, that was awful. I had a hesitation and it cost me. Alright, we stayed out of the bunker at least, so there is that. But we're in this no man's land here. Eesh, I hate this. Alright, we're at the hole. That's important. Not bad, not bad. Hopefully we can make it fall. Ooh. Alright, it moved very hard, very fast, but then it just kind of stayed straight. So, that's okay. Gets me back to even. But 23 people are better, or are under par, so... Good 15% of the field is under par. So, we'd like to become part of that group. Alright, the 8-iron, a little bit of the wind back. Alright, power was actually up by about 2%, but now we're over more left than we'd like to be. But not bad. Okay, a little bit of a flow. Nope. That should be a par. And again, I'm hoping I get 50 each for the daily quests. Because basically, I needed about 300 VC a day all the way to the end. Now, I did play more rounds the last few days, so I'm ahead. I think I also got a reward because I cleared 10 million fans, so I'm now the GOAT. And so that got me 500 VC. So in the round itself, with getting like 72 and whatever, like I in essence got 2 days right in that one round. So I think I'm ahead, but obviously, you know, I'd rather end up with more than less would be better. Okay, so this would be difficult. Well, maybe not. Maybe I go back to a pitch and again do this and let it roll up. So, whoa, we got on the fringe. That might still be puttable. Yeah, that might be able to convert this. Yeah. I was worried it was gonna roll by, but there we go. So now we are in that group. Well, now it looks like a lot less, because unless there's a bunch of people tied for 1 under, which could be the case. All right, we're gonna lose about a yard because of the elevation. Oh no, we're gonna gain a yard. That's a decrease. So we're gonna try this. All right, well, that's about as good as I could do. Let's see. We're gonna end up, man, we are not gonna get the bounce and end up on the green. Distance was not bad, but it just did not play out for me. Right, 93%. That's still almost too far. Not an easy one. Come on! Oh. I was really worried it was going to cut over and miss the way it had been, and instead I stayed too far over up the top side of the break. So, not good. Again, I have no idea if I'm using proper golf terminology. I'm going to call it the top side of the break, where I stay on, you know, I'm aiming on that side of the hole, and it didn't work out for me. All right, so 7 iron, but we're losing about 3. We definitely have an interesting lie. It's going back to the right. It was heading in the right trajectory, but then, man, yeah, they're close to the edges of the greens. The pin placements are not easy. So we're gonna want a short flop. I think I was missing it. There we go. Right, we're at the pin. Beautiful. Oh, even, which puts me back in 20th. Rose is in 86th. I didn't get a peek at where she really sits. Alright, yeah, this should be doable. Just don't want to go to the left. I don't want to go much to the right either, but as long as I stay away from the left, I'm free of the water. I might catch the trees. Alright, this I can do a long flop with. I don't want to go too far, so we're gonna do this. Okay, we got a little bit of an overswing. It still went too far, but it's way better than 43. Alright, hopefully we can just drop this in. Looks good. Alright, so we're back to 1 under. Okay, 10 birdies or better is going to be a weekly quest, which is even nicer. I don't know that I can do it in this round. It's not in a single round. It's just over the course of a week. I'll definitely be playing another round at least today. Just trying to get some more progress and so forth. But we're only going to get 54 is what I've seen that we're doing for these career rounds. The wind is going to blow us back. I ended up in the water on this one before, so right, I should be dry. I did do a bit of a closed, but yeah, no, this is fine. Very fine. It's coming back toward the hole. So we're going to see if we can get this to go. Yes, all right. So that gets us to 9 of 10 birdies. I don't think it's going to show it to us again until we get the 10th. All right, a little bit open, but we're in good shape, thank goodness. So this is a... Oh, I hate this placement. I just hate the placement. All right, we're gonna do this. All right, it's coming back. This is a good shot. What kind of bounce are we gonna get? We'll go up. How far are we gonna go? Not bad, not bad. As the second shot, I'd say that's pretty solid. It puts me in a great spot for another birdie. Come on. All right. I'll take an eagle in its place. So there we go. 4 under. Really, really solid finish. Has me in 3rd. Got my 10 birdies or better, so that's going to be a reward I'll get. I think I already have the 2 daily quests. This should be an awesome VC day. All right, so tied for 3rd with my friend Will. Xander is not in the top 9. That is good. So even though he was in a good spot and was under par, it doesn't mean he didn't finish under par. He just might be two under or worse. But yeah, Matty Schmid and Brandon Wu are ahead of us, but just a stroke or two. So unfortunately, once again, I forgot to ask you to please like and subscribe. I try to do that like in the middle of the round, but just get so focused on how I'm doing, it just slips my mind. So I apologize for not asking earlier, but it is extremely important for a small channel like myself. Try to get a little bit more traction. I'm really, really looking like my stretch goal, probably forever. I'm going to say right now because, hey, maybe we'll hit it. We'll set a new stretch goal. But my stretch goal is breaking into 10,000 subscribers. Got a long way to go. Haven't even hit 2 yet. So the short-term goal is certainly hitting 2, but it's just getting enough visibility and enough folks visiting the channel and seeing the channel in their feeds regularly that we get a good amount of traction. And what that turns into is it gives me some funding that I can turn around and put back into the channel, purchase new sims, new add-ons, things like that. Greatly appreciated, and just love to make people happy. And so if people are enjoying this, which most of the comments indicate they are, of course there's some folks who don't like things. Can't please everybody, but I do my best to try to provide something pretty level-headed and straightforward. So I hope you'll join me here and like and subscribe. All right, so we have a lot of fittings, but most importantly, yes, we have 54, which is just the round completion. Here's the weekly, which I knew would be bigger, and then the daily putts. So I'm wondering, did we not get the Adidas, or was that like a different? Maybe that was some of these balls. But there was some Adidas. Oh, it's the wear and earn. So it was XP for my player, which doesn't help me at this point. So 10 million.9 followers. You can see we're at 11,647 VC with that. We're still over a month away, so 30 days. And I need right around 21,000. So we need about 9,400 if we're using round numbers. So 300 a day is still up there, even though, right around the target, even though, we've run through some things. I've really got like five or 6 days before so almost a full week until we get to the month timeline. But I don't think there's a whole lot of 500 VC awards out there anymore. I think that probably is realistically the last one. So the slogs are going to be a little bit more challenging. But a day like I had, a round like I had today, where I got 250, once again, gets me almost my daily limit in one play. So always really great. And with the training I had done, I think I had gotten like another 20 or something. So I'm about where I need to be, but I will be playing round 2 right after I wrap this one up here, and that will get us at least another 54. But if there's any other challenges we can get, so there is that bit of a trade-off of, if you play a bunch of rounds every day, like you only get a couple daily quests and 1 or 2 weekly quests each week, and you can't always do them all. And then once you do them, like, the daily quests are gone. So they probably only give you like 100 or something available, maybe 150 if there's 3 daily quests and you somehow happen to do them all. But I don't really go look and see what they are. If they happen, they happen. I'm just more about playing. But happy to be where I'm at. 4 under is just tied for third. So again, the field is competitive. It's not as if I'm running away with it. But I will see you next time.